Well, good morning, everybody. So, despite the nerves that I feel inside my body, I'm actually really glad to be here and to be home. This going to the, what we're actually calling it the men's advance. That is the longest I have actually ever been away from home since Allie and I have been together. So I was used to her business trips where, she'd go away for 3 days, I'd maintain the house, no big deal. But then it was my turn, and I'm like, I gotta make sure the house is right. And no chores for her. And so I partially did that. I'm sorry. Anyways, so this week was a lot of opportunity for us to really grow together in seeking God, to conquer a lot of fears, and to be able to bond with each other and to grow a community. As the world continues to spin, it also continues to unravel. So today, I just want to talk a little bit about being on guard, always being on guard. And it's not, people against people like, I got to keep you at bay. It's being on guard for those moments of spiritual attacks and never letting the guard down, because when the guard is down, then the attacks come. So, big fear that happened, or that I had to conquer this last week, is horseback riding. That happened on Tuesday for me, and I rode a horse when I was 13. It's probably a top 15 worst moments of my life. The horse didn't want to listen. It just wanted to do its own thing. And so 13 years old, I'm this tall, maybe 60 pounds. So this is terrifying. And so last Tuesday, now I'm 35, I've had this fear for 22 years. And so I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and jump on this horse, and we'll see what happens. Still don't like riding horses. So his name was Dudley, was just as stubborn as I was, but in different ways. He's like, I'm stubborn for God now, whereas the horse is stubborn in what I used to live and wanting to do my own thing and be like, I'm going to go chew on this path and I'm going to go eat that grass. And so it wasn't a terrible experience. The horse kind of listened to me, but mentally, by the time this ride was over, and I don't even know how long it was, I was just dead. I didn't want to do anything else. I was physically exhausted at this point. My brain is just like, well, good job. You conquered a fear. What are you going to do the rest of the day? Think about it? So, fear conquered. We rode up the hill, took pictures, whipping my horse around, trying to, get it towards the camera, because that's important instead of my horse's backside being in the view. So then we get to Tuesday night. We had a really good worship session, really good message. A handful of us stayed upstairs, played games, kept bonding, and for whatever reason, we get to this point where everything is funny. I cannot tell you that I've laughed harder in my life than this night. I laughed so hard I ran out of tears at one point. I laughed so hard that all of a sudden my back was thrown out. And I'm trying to like recover. Like, no, I'm fine. Oh my gosh, my back hurts so bad. But I'm continuing to laugh. So I'm like struggling to breathe, but I'm continuing to laugh, and I'm just in this constant like almost dryer mode where it's just spinning and spinning. So now at this point, I'm physically tired, I'm mentally and emotionally tired, and I go to bed. Others stayed up, had time at the fire. I was just done. I needed to get some rest. Monday night, I slept like I was in heaven. I was out as soon as my head hit the pillow. Tuesday night was different. I woke up every hour. My back was hurting. I think I woke up probably 5 or 6 times on the hour, and then started having super crappy dreams. And so started with one, and I remember it being very vivid, and that I was doing things that were against who I am and what my character is, and there were just these evil creatures that were in the dream too, and I woke up and I'm gasping for air, and I'm like, oh man, I haven't had one of those in a while. So I go back to sleep. Well, it's almost like my dreams kicked off where they just ended, but it was worse. And I don't watch horror films because I think they're disgusting. But if you can imagine a creature with just these fangy, sharp teeth, just ugly, chasing me in this dream. And I haven't had one of those since the start of 2019. And this time I woke up still gasping for air. And I said, okay, I know what that was. I am being attacked. I have had too much fun. I'm conquering too many fears. So somebody's trying to disrupt me. So I wake up as exhausted as I am. I grab my phone. I put the worship music on. And I start going to battle and praying and rebuking this spirit. And the interesting thing, too, that I've really come to recognize is that while I am unconscious, I'm actually, when these dreams happen, I'm spiritually battling also. Because I woke up actually saying, I rebuke you in the name and the blood of Jesus. And it was 2 or 3 times, and I'm 2 times while I'm asleep, and the third time I'm like mid-breath saying it. I'm like, thank God for rescuing me from that dream. It was awful. So the next day, this would be Wednesday, and we had a gap of time of, just doing whatever. So a bunch of them were going to go to the range, go shooting. I wanted to too, but with how my back was feeling, I just thought, it'd be better to get some rest. So I did, but I went through the cabin, and I left the front door open, and I sent all of the whatever remaining evil spirits out. Because who else wants to be haunted by that? That's awful. So there's just a couple verses to help remind us that, yes, we do live in a spiritual world where the attacks are going to have many different forms. Sometimes they're going to be while we sleep. Sometimes they'll be while we're just thinking on how something could have gone different, and then we beat ourselves up. I've got Psalms 9, 9, and 10. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For thou, Lord, hast not forsaken them that seek thee. We have Psalms 119, 116, and 117. Uphold me according unto thy word, that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe, and I will have respect unto thy statutes continually. And then lastly, And I have several here, but I'm not usually this organized. But today we are. And then we have Ephesians 6:10 through 15. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand, therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. So, yeah.